I've always enjoyed a good rally game. Even though I know nothing about that world, bombing around in the dirt at blazing fast speeds has always been immensely fun to me. So naturally, I couldn't not take a look at this game as it delivers on that fun. Kinda. With that said, does anyone remember MRC? Wait, stop. I'm pretty sure no one remembers this game. Well, thanks for watching. I'm kidding. I'm sure there were about 13 people out there, myself included, who remember it. But in all honesty, there isn't a whole lot to say about this one. But let's get down to it, shall we? MRC was developed by Genki. Genki? Genki. I'm gonna go with Genki. MRC was developed by Genki in 1997 only on N64, which is weird, because I think this would have made a great PS1 game. But then again, it would have had to compete with Gran Turismo, which it wouldn't have been able to. I mean, it's Gran Turismo. But I digress. MRC has 10 cars for you to rally and drift around in, 2 of which being hidden, and they're divided into 2 categories, off-road and drift. I do really like how the cars look and feel too, with your car tilting and rocking while you turn and drift makes it feel really authentic. But the drifting is a little weird. Here's how it works. You will start sliding and will continue to slide until you take the game out for a nice fancy dinner and get it just tipsy enough to be a little loose with its morals, then ask it for traction. And the car never goes where you want it to. If you tilt the stick while drifting, you essentially go straight into a wall. And if you stop tilting, your momentum will start to correct to the direction your car is facing. And it's almost like the axis moves to the center of the car while you're drifting, like if you were to prop it on a Lazy Susan. So instead of having the back end of your car swing out, you just kind of rotate. It's hard to explain and it's very weird. You'd have to try it. One thing I find really interesting is that you can use sliders to tweak your car's performance, everything from brake and tire pressure to aerodynamics. These tweaks really make a difference in how your car handles. If you want to stick to the road, throw those sliders all the way to the left and watch as your car becomes more clingy than my 8th grade girlfriend. Looking at you, Sandy. There are 3 tracks to choose from, Seaside, Mountain, and Downtown, with unlockable mirrored versions, but I and many others probably would have rather had more tracks to bomb around in. The limited amount is my one huge issue, and apparently it was everyone else's complaint in 97 too. But let's take a look at the tracks. First we have Seaside. Sitting at an easy difficulty, it's a fun course with lots of open roads and not many sharp turns, allowing you to really floor it and blast around the track relatively carefree. The off-road sections aren't my favorite though. I much prefer to stay on the road in this one. Next up is Mountain. Now this one has amazing off-road sections. Always choose off-road, especially the route through the snow. This course has a great deal of variation, from the snowy mountainside to a little village with a neat bridge jump. The third and final track is Downtown, and holy shit is this one difficult, and your choices really matter on this one too. My rule of thumb is to avoid the road sections, cause these are where the sharpest turns are, and if you want to win, the waterfall shortcut is almost mandatory. This game isn't so much about being the best driver on the course, it's about making the right choices at the many forks on the tracks. Some routes are clearly faster than others, so after racing around the track once and losing, retry and go the other way at every fork and I guarantee you'll win. And enjoy your bizarre gold medal ceremony. Now it wouldn't be a 90s rally game without bombastic techno tunes. Seriously, the soundtrack makes me want to buy a bunch of glow sticks, pop some uppers, and rave till my feathers fall off. One thing that really ruffles my feathers is that there's just so much shit on the screen. Look, I'll black out all the spots where there's HUD. That's your visible area. Some of it is useful, of course, like position or speed, but the rest can fuck off. On the other hand, I do find it very cool that this game seems to have a full day-night cycle with weather effects. Check it out. The downside is that the races are usually over before any changes start happening. There isn't a whole lot else to say really. The cars are cool, but the tracks are average and there are only 3 to choose from. The settings you can tweak on your cars are awesome at first, but stop mattering once you find that one stat that breaks all the cars. The day-night cycle is cool, but you'll rarely ever see it with the short race length. This game was a very middle of the road, and there were many better choices in '97. Credit where credit's due though, it is fun for a good hour. So in the end, I would have been fine for getting MRC.